Hello, and welcome back to Cultivated World, the channel that brings you the good stuff from the world of watches. Today we're looking at the Rolex Daytona in white gold with the very beautiful bright blue dial. We'll be talking about why we love this watch so much, but also looking at the reason why it's not very good at all. This is the Daytona reference number 116509 and was launched in 2016. It was a great year for Daytona lovers, as it was the year that the yellow gold and green dial Daytona was also launched, as well as the all-new steel Daytona with the Serochrome bezel. As you would expect, the steel Daytona with the upgraded bezel stole the show. We have a very special video including the steel Daytona coming up, so please subscribe to ensure you don't miss that one. In any other year, the release of Daytona watches with bright coloured dials would have been much more notable. In comparison, just look at the attention the new Oyster Perpetuals are getting this year. This Daytona is made from 18 karat white gold, just like the Submariner with blue dial and bezel that we also reviewed recently. Rolex is the only watchmaker that has its own gold foundry and has created a unique formula for its white gold, which is sometimes referred to as grey gold. The white gold used by Rolex is the same colour all the way through. If you scratch it, it's the same colour underneath and will never have to be replated to restore the colour like white gold watches from other manufacturers. The white gold gives the watch some heft, and with this added weight, it gives you the reassuring feeling that you're wearing something extraordinarily special. The undeniable, irrefutable highlight of this watch is that dial. I mean, just look at it. It's absolutely stunning. The way the light dances around the dial as you move the watch is simply mesmerizing, and you find yourself just staring deeper and deeper into the watch. The dial features white gold hour markers and hands, and as this is a chronograph, also features two subdials to measure elapsed time and a third subdial at 6 o'clock for running seconds. You operate the chronograph by first unscrewing the crowns at 2 and 4 o'clock. The chronograph pushers now become active, but the watch is no longer water resistant. You press the pusher at 2 o'clock to start and stop the timer. And press the pushers at 4 o'clock to reset. And just like magic, the hands just snap back to their starting position. For this model, Rolex decided to stick with the metal bezel rather than using Serochrome and features an engraved tachymeter. The tachymeter is used to calculate the speed of an object over 1 unit measure in distance, for example, miles per hour or kilometers per hour. We'll go into more details about how the chronograph and the tachymeter work on the Daytona in an upcoming video. The Daytona features the Oyster bracelet, which is just sublime and one of the best watch bracelets ever made. With satin outer links and polished center links, it just fits perfectly on the wrist with superb comfort. The bracelet features the reliable Oyster Lock safety clasp in conjunction with the EasyLink extension system. This allows on-the-go adjustment to the bracelet by 5mm without the use of any tools. The case on the Daytona is a curvaceous shape with sweeping lines which give the watch a very elegant silhouette. It has a more refined feel than a Rolex Submariner or a TMT, which lends itself to more formal attire, but could just as easily be worn more casually. So this watch is beautiful, it's made from precious metal, and among all else, it's a Rolex Daytona. What's not to like? Well, my biggest criticism of this Daytona is also the thing I love about it the most, the dial. The exact combination of the blue dial with the Daytona hands and hour markers don't make this watch very easy to read, and in low light, the legibility becomes even worse. Compare this to the Yachtmaster with a similar colorway, and the level of legibility is night and day. However, who even relies on their Rolex to tell the time these days? I certainly don't. With the ever ubiquitous electronic gadget, whether it's an iPhone or a laptop, there is always a device at arm's length with timekeeping that is infinitely more accurate than any mechanical watch. So, why bother with a Rolex or any other great mechanical watch? Well, I look at it like this. A Rolex is just like a piece of jewelry for your wrist, except it can also tell the time. And the white gold Daytona with blue dial is one of the most beautiful pieces of jewelry I've ever laid my eyes on. What do you think of the Rolex Daytona in white gold? And what do you think of that blue dial? Also, do you think that Rolex should have created this with a Cerachrom bezel instead? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching, we really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more watch content like this, please like and subscribe, and remember to hit that bell icon.